Hello everyone, my name is Nancy Thompson and I am here today to show you how to make this fun quilt card. Quilting is another one of my passions, and I have lots of quilting friends, and I just thought this would be a fun card to share with them throughout the year. So hopefully you enjoy this as much as I have in creating it. So let me show you this card and we will get started. So here's this beautiful quilt card here that I've created using the Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper. Okay, and let me just switch this over to, whoops, I just need to switch something back. Okay, so let me, there we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. It's really not that hard of a card to create, and I'm just trying to get my screens here in place for you so that way you can see me as I create. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is just such a matchy card. Wouldn't you just love to get this in the mail from someone special? Okay, so let me get a little grid paper here. We are using the Bumblebee cardstock and also cinnamon cider. These are some of our new in colors, and of course, as I said earlier, the designer paper is from the Flowers for Everyday Season. I just love this designer series paper. And my card base is our thick white cardstock. I'm starting to kind of switch over to use this as my base. It's just so much sturdier and firmer to add your card on. Okay, so I've already pre-cut some pieces. These squares and scallops are from our layering square dies. Okay, they've been around for a few years, so these are great. And then on this this square piece, I've embossed it with our Subtles embossing folder. And when I was cutting out my square, there's this smaller square too, and I cut them both at the same time. So that way I could, I wanted to create this window effect, and that helps you line it up. So it cuts, so you get a nice even border all the way around. Okay. And of course, here's another design of paper that matches up really well for our envelope flap. Okay, so first we're going to do is adhere our designer paper to the Bumblebee cardstock here, and it's just got a little hint of color all the way around. Okay, and I almost forgot. My ribbon. Okay, I meant to cut this sooner, but I didn't. So we're going to use 16 inches of our new in color ribbon. It's kind of like a this is Misty Moonlight, and it's kind of like a little bit of a tweed, and it ties really nice. Okay, so we've got that ready. So now let's adhere our frame to this scallop piece, and I'm going to use our Tumble multi-purpose glue, okay, because this gives you that little bit of wiggle room, because there's not a lot of extra space when you layered it onto this scallop square. Okay, you're gonna see it's very tight here. So you want to make sure you're just getting a little hint. Okay, can you see that? Let me just pull it in. There's just a little hint of the Bumblebee showing. All right, then we're going to, and there is kind of a right way and a wrong way. I don't think the die is perfectly square. Maybe it is, but just kind of match it up to make sure your sides are that this is going to fit in correctly. Okay, all right, so we're going to add this here. All right, and I should have been lots of times, I should have been saving, I should have put some glue on here. I didn't. I got a dimensional stuck to my finger. Okay, so we have these little triangles that I've already pre-cut using our new stitch triangle dies. I am in love with them, and we will definitely be doing more with them. So let me add a little bit of glue here, and I love using just this Tombow glue, okay, to this. Just don't over glue it is all. And we're going to just set these aside for a minute, because remember, when Tombow glue turns clear, it is like a mini glue dot, okay? So let me make sure we got 6, 8. Okay, we got to make sure we have 8 little triangles. All right, so while we're waiting for that to dry, let's add some dimensionals here to the back of this, because we're going to pop this up on our card. And then we can tie our ribbon, okay? So let's do that. Really, once you get all these pieces prepped and ready, it does not take that long to pop these together. So I'm going to make sure my, I use the subtle embossing folder, so I want to make sure I've got the lines going the way I want. You know, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I want them to go up and down. So we're going to add that on there. And then we're going to take our ribbon here, our Misty Moonlight. Don't you just love the name of that? Ribbon here. We're going to tie a bow. It's not that hard because it ties really, really nice. And I'm going to want it off to the side. Okay, so I'm just going to try to put it where I want it to go, but I can always adjust it, slide it, because I do not like to glue my ribbon down. Okay. Once in a while, when I'm all done, I might put a glue dot underneath the bow if it's really something I want to make sure is in place. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to wait. I want this to kind of go up there. And I'm going to cut it afterwards, all right? So the label that we're using is out of our Hippo die stamp set, and you know I love that Hippo set, die set for using labels. So I want to kind of make sure I've got my bow over all the way. So I'm going to just slide it a little bit more because I want my label to be centered, okay? But obviously you could, I personally like it in the center. All right, so we are going to use a greeting called Birthday Wishes, and I got that out of the Butterfly Wishes stamp set. And you obviously can use any greeting that you would like, as long as it fits on the label die, because that's what will be included in your kit. Okay, so you know what, I was going to use Memento, but I forgot this is red rubber, so I'm going to use my StazOn ink pad, okay? Because I don't mind using red rubber with the StazOn. Okay, so let's just use the grid to line this up a little bit. And I didn't practice this to see how this goes. It looks a little crooked there. So it never hurts to practice stamping with your stamps first, because I try to line it up on the block the way I think, and then I use the block, the edge of the block, as a guide. Oh yeah, that's good. With the grid paper, it just helps me have better success in getting a nice straight image. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Okay, so let's close that up and move that out of our way. So we've got Birthday Wishes. All right, so we're going to add some dimensionals to this. You know what? I almost think 2 will be plenty for this. Okay, but first, so can you see how my glue is almost clear, so it's clear enough that it's tacked up enough so I don't really have to worry about it moving around on me. Okay, and I think maybe I haven't figured out how to I thought I had figured out how to zoom in a little bit more, but I guess I don't see it again. It did on my preview when I was setting up. Okay, we're going to add these little triangles. Okay, they just go around our frame here. And I just kind of butt them up with the edge, okay? And this creates a really cool, fun quilt pattern. If anybody knows the name of it, you can let me know. I'm not sure what it's called because I don't know my patterns, but I know it is a pattern. Okay, so we gotta twirl this around the other way. I wish the card was a little bigger because it would be really fun to create work with larger triangles. Okay, so isn't that lovely? All right, so now we can let's add this to our card base. Okay, so we're going to just use some adhesive here and add it to this thick white, Whisper White cardstock. Okay, there we go. And then we're almost done. We're adding our greeting. Isn't that just awesome? Look at that. All right, so but we still need to do our envelope. So I'm going to just kind of slide that there. All right, and then we can adjust our ribbon a little bit again. This is why I wait till the end. So if I do want to readjust something, I can, okay? Maybe I want this to go this way and this to go this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think I'm happier with that. So let's angle these. I love a nice angle on my ribbon. But I don't like things to hang off the card. And I think we need that ribbon is kind of, the dimensionals are sitting on the ribbon. So there we go. Isn't that lovely? Okay. So let's finish off our envelope. Okay, so we're going to just take our Tombow multi-purpose glue again, and I'm going to add it to the envelope, to the flap anyways. Okay, and then we just butt our paper up to the fold there. Okay, got a little bit of excess glue there. And I like to use a 6-inch piece because they're really, if you go any less than that, then you're really fighting. It's really only a 1/4 inch. So you're really just fighting on getting this onto your envelope straight, perfectly. So I just go with a 6-inch by like 2.5. I mean, you could go with a little bit less. I have been doing like 2 inches and using the new envelope dies to cut it off and create a decorative edge because you don't need as much. Okay, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So there we go. I think I wish I had done bigger, different dimensionals than what I did. Okay, usually I cut off like the edge here and put them there. It's just not tacking down very well. Okay, so just make sure your label is tacked appropriately. And this doesn't look very straight either. So let's just adjust this a little bit. Just give it a little, there we go. Okay, I think I'm happy with that now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for tuning in. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.